Three interesting topics in this video. Devon Larrett's predictions of the Dave vs Vitaly rematch and all other King of the Table 10 super matches. Why did Devon delete his latest video? Was he forced to do that or did he do it himself? We are going to try to speculate around that topic. And finally, Paul Italia's comments about Jerry Cadorette competing at East vs West 12. So let's start. Devon said this about the Dave vs Vitaly rematch. Last time they pulled, Dave almost killed him. Vitaly got pulled out on the stretcher. That match did a lot of damage to Dave. Vitaly is now a full-time arm wrestler. Dave is an underdog in this match. I have to say that Vitaly, even though he lost last time, he has to be the favorite. Devon thinks that the last match that they had was the match of the year, and this one as well has some potential to be a close one, but Vitaly is going to take it. Reno Masic versus Bacho Saginashvili. To do anything with Matushenko is impressive, and to steal a round of him, that's wild, and he looks very fast. Very incredible press. Bacho's hand I think might be more dominant. Reno is a bigger dude, already around 240-250 pounds. I'm going to go with Reno Masic. Yes, Devon was comparing the left and right hand matches here, but Reno's style and I also think his strength level as well on left and right are kind of similar, so I think it's fair to make that comparison. Devon thinks that Tobias Sporrong is going to beat Wagner Bortolato on the left arm with a score of either 5-1 or 4-2. But he hopes that Wagner doesn't re-injure himself by tearing his pectoral muscle once again. Derek Smith versus Matt Mask. Derek has got this hook issue. He likes to hook for some reason. I don't know why. But he did well in the last match with that Iranian dude. Matt has turned his stuff around. I think he did well in Arm Wars too. I always got Matt anyways. Devon was really impressed by the way Robbie Karstendijk beat Frodo Hogland at Arm Wars, and he thinks he's gonna do the same to Coach Ray as well. And for their final match of his own son, Devon kind of jokingly predicted Auden Larrett to lose to Arm Wrestling Whisperer. But we all know that Devon thinks and he also wants his son to win. And it's quite clear that everyone is trying to create a lot of social media hype around this super match. Now let's move on to the next topic. Devon uploaded a video titled Canada Protect Me Harder. After some time, he removed that video, and now there are tons of speculations around why he did that. Was he forced to do that, or did he do that by his own decision? Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch that video, but from the comments, people are saying that he was showing some news pages. He was talking about some news pages and channels being blocked on Instagram. He cannot view them, like Tucker Carlson, CNN, and a bunch of other stuff. And he was basically criticizing the Canadian government for moving towards a dictatorship, a woke dictatorship. Now, many people are saying that there is a rule in Canada that kind of prevents some companies like Meta to get benefited from the Canadian news without paying them anything in return. Meta didn't agree to these rules from the Canadian government. That's why they blocked their stuff on Instagram and Facebook from Canada. And apparently Devon Larrett didn't know about that. He thought that it's the Canadian government doing that to everyone and not just on these platforms. So I think, as many people are saying, this is the main reason. As soon as Devon uploaded this video, he realized that it is an app specific issue and not a government issue. Yes, it is kind of related to the government, but not what Devon thinks. That's why he may have deleted that video and it wasn't anything serious. But if it isn't, then it kind of shows that even the top arm wrestler in the world isn't allowed to speak freely about stuff. Well, I always think that freedom of speech is the biggest myth anyways. We can clearly kind of see a lot of censorship in arm wrestling as well. So if he was told by someone, maybe by the sponsors, maybe by the organizers or someone, to remove that video and then he did that, I wouldn't be surprised by that as well. So Paul Italia left this comment somewhere. April, Jerry Cadorette be back. So looks like he's going to compete at East versus West 12 because that's the major competition in April, on April 20. So let's try to figure out who his opponent could be. If we take a look at the East versus West super heavyweight rankings from bottom to the top, we have Georgi Zaranov at number 10. I don't think Engin is going to put the number 3 ranked guy against a number 10 guy. Not saying that Georgi cannot give Jerry a good match, but I just don't think it is going to happen. We have Revaz Lutidze at number 9. I think that's a possibility. It can happen. Revaz hasn't competed there for a while, and I think it can be a good comeback match. Vitaly Laletin is going to compete against Georgy Svetkov, so these two are out. Artem Morozov, we'll talk about him later. Denis Siplenkov is going to compete against Hermes Gasparini at King of the Table a month later, so this match is also not going to happen. Georgy is already occupied. Gennady Quickvinia won't be able to make a comeback. And Devon Laird is also going to compete against Levan. So we only have two names left, Revaz Lutidze and Artem Morozov. So we do not have any opponent for Artem Morozov as well. So I doubt it is Revaz Lutidze. If Jerry is going to compete there, it has to be against Artem Morozov, unless Morozov is going to face monster Michael Todd. But that also doesn't seem likely to happen because Michael said that he needs some time to prepare for Morozov. And by the way, Engin also asked a couple of days ago who we would like to see Morozov face in the future. So I think it can be Jerry Cadorette. If he's competing there, that's the guy. And I'll have to say that Jerry is really brave for competing against Morozov. There could have been some better names to go against first. Well, I think Revaz could have been an easier opponent. Even Vitaly could have been easier for Jerry than Morozov. I know Jerry is already number 3, so somebody can say why would he need to prove himself against a number 8 or number 9 ranked guy. Well, is Jerry really number 3? Maybe not, but I get the point. Devon was able to stop Jerry's press in a hook in 2018. And if I were to ask you a question, who has a stronger hook? Devon of 2018 or Morozov of 2024? I think everyone is going to say Morozov. That's why I think Jerry can be in some big trouble in this super match. Thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe.